Thank you for joining me. Welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do a reading for May 2022 for the sign of Cancer. Welcome, Cancer. Glad you could join me today. If you're new, thank you very much for tuning in, and if you're returning, thank you very much for coming back. Do remember that if you want to be advised of new readings when they come out, the new videos, you need to subscribe. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's get started with Cancer. See what's going on. Cancer, what you got going on in May? Hope it's all good. Or just life without too many bumps. I would take that about now. Okay, we're going to deal some cards for some advice. Excellent. Okay, Cancer, let's see what you have going on. Uh-oh. You had some disappointment here. And you got a little bit of shuffling around, juggling about going on. If it isn't started already, it's going to start. Some things are going to move around in your life pretty significantly with this Joker. This is, in the traditional tarot deck, this is also the Magician. So take that how it fits. I like to see the Jokers as clever and youthful-minded. But generally their energy is the juggling energy, right? Things could literally be moving around after you experience some kind of disappointment. This is kind of like, it could be people being unreliable, for example, or just unfortunate things happening. Okay, I'm not picking up specifically how this applies to you. But you've kind of like come down from some kind of high, because it's also like a fleeting, something you were fleetingly happy with or satisfied with has come to an end. So you're a little bit disillusioned there. With this Three of Diamonds, it probably involved some kind of partnership. It might have involved some kind of money. This is the need for some kind of clear communication, probably around finances. So let's get some more cards out here to see what's going on. Mix-ups. I just got mix-ups. That's what the Joker is. You had some kind of mix-up in a money matter. That just came to me. Boom. Yeah, and you, as a result, you're feeling a major kind of disappointment. Duh, I would too. It might have affected your balance in your checkbook. Haha, no. Balance in general. Or the balance in your checkbook. Hey, this is the Two of Diamonds. This does talk about finances, abundance, money. It could also be some kind of success. I don't see it as something very positive, unfortunately. It is, but I'll take that back. It is the card of investment. It's possible you had some kind of disappointment in some other area, like where your money was at. And you had to juggle it around to get it back to this better place where it's more balanced, literally. And just more harmonious positioning, if that makes sense. It's the card also of having some kind of good outcome. So I don't see something deathly, horribly going wrong here. It is a new start, though. Maybe you had to pull yourself out of some kind of investment again. And this doesn't necessarily mean stocks and bonds and mutual funds, but it could be. Take it how it fits, Cancer. But you invested in something. It could be, I don't want to say it's small, but maybe you made some kind of purchase and you ended up having to return it because it really wasn't what you wanted. It was a major disappointment, and you kind of had to communicate that you weren't happy with it and put your money somewhere else. This Two of Diamonds. This is also the card of knowledge. Learning something and kind of starting at the beginning. You had to learn about some other way to accomplish or to put this money where it needed to be. Gosh, I mean, if you're dealing with some kind of stockbroker or financial advisor, maybe they just gave you like really crappy advice. I mean, that would be a funny tarot reading, but maybe that's what this is about. Let's see what's kind of trouble you had here. Okay, these are the cards of like complications, and so you had some kind of male energy influencing it for sure with the King of Spades, with the the Six of Diamonds. Though this is interesting because this is again financial responsibility and some kind of like, maybe this was a wish fulfillment, but it's paying off debt. Or maybe you needed to pay off debt, and that's why you needed this to work, and it didn't. This King of Spades, again, can be a male authority figure, but there was some kind of disappointment involved in this relationship with them. I don't know, I just keep hearing that you got bad advice. I mean, it's not funny, but it's like, it could be as simple as that. Yeah, that's why I chuckled there. It could be as simple as that, because this is a person who causes a problem in some kind of relationship. And with a financial advisor, I've had one or two in my life. You really rely upon them, and you rely upon their judgment, and you want to believe what they're telling you without thinking about it too much. That's my approach. That may not be yours. Maybe you question everything, but I hire the expert to tell me what they would do if they were in my shoes. That's how I approach these relationships. It's very possible you had somebody that gave you bad advice, and that's why things had to be moved around. And again, you have the other Joker. This is the Joker of the Fool. Okay? This is the person who is inexperienced. The Fool doesn't have any, like I was just saying, doesn't have any preconceptions about how things should work. You are relying upon this authority figure. Yeah. Wow. That's darn interesting. With this Six of Diamonds especially, because this is all about budgeting and planning. It can involve business as well. But you're using some kind of large amount of money to pay some kind of debt. Maybe you ended up paying, you know what? If it was like some kind of investment, you ended up paying a lot of fees. Because you had to move it around, right? Juggling again. This is the complications. We're going to pull out another card, though. Let's see what... another 6. See, I was going to say, let's see what else we could come up with. But again, this is talking about open... 6s generally are like new roads, new opportunities, new pathways. It's also the card of perseverance and like sticking with something. This is... specifically, this is usually with the clubs, it's a happy situation. Like you're happily meeting with somebody. Maybe you had to change advisors. It's also the card of friendships. Maybe a friend was your advisor. And that's the complication. You don't want to break off this friendship. You don't want to ruin it, but you took somebody's advice. This doesn't have to be the stock market. I keep getting that emphasized. This could be like some kind of other investment. Like I said, investment in, I don't know, Bitcoin or some kind of business. You were like, what do you call that when somebody supports a business? Like a supporter, but there's a word for it. It's not coming to me. But like you were funding somebody's business so that they could keep the doors open, for example. Another freaking 6. There's no coincidence. I mean, this is being divinely guided for sure. I shuffled the cards and actually, anyway, sometimes this blows my mind. This Six of Hearts, again, is some kind of new opportunity, okay? It's actually also the card of kind of clearing the air with new relationships. Like something is out of the way and now you can pursue a relationship or build on a relationship, which is funny because I was just talking about friends and maybe a friend gave you the wrong advice. Or maybe you ended up going to another friend. But this is a good sign because this is the harmony and this is the person who's going to come in and make things right. This is the peacemaker. Literally. That's like the definition of traditionally the Six of Hearts. I'm going to go ahead to your advice though, because I think I'm kind of harping over the same trajectory here. I'm not seeing anything new. Ten of Diamonds, that's nice. This is the card of completions, especially in the money arena. This is like some kind of windfall. This is like some kind of payout. And then this is the card of changes happening because they needed to change. I think, like I said, you were in some kind of investment here and you knew you needed to get out of it. So this is like making changes because you knew it had to happen, and it happened kind of organically. And again, we have the Ten of Spades. Interesting. It's possible you lost this friendship here. Very possible. Because this is the card of kind of having, well, not kind of, totally regretting something and being almost mournful. Downright, like, disappointed. Like, you had, like, some kind of major loss. I think you had to, like, I don't know, cut ties with somebody, or maybe this is all just kind of mental, and in your mind you're getting a different picture of somebody that, and you can't change it back. It's like some damage has been done. So it's the card of loss. In the realm of advice, this could be saying cut your losses. I just heard that. Yeah, because you have good things coming here. Okay, I'm going to deal another card. Oh, King of Hearts. This is nice. This is a older, mature male energy. Does not have to be really a male, but somebody who embodies that. It's also taking control. That's how I tend to interpret the Kings. It could be asking you to take control, Cancer. This is a person who's very influential and has a great deal of influence in terms of making something right, doing the right thing, being very loving about it. And they're a master and an authority in how they approach matters, okay? This could also represent you because this is a water sign. Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. And if I haven't mentioned it before, these cards can represent times a year. This is also representing the spring. I think, well, depending on what part of the world you're in. I mean, we're still in the spring. We're not quite in summer. So it could be asking you just to kind of hang in there and wait for things to rejuvenate in the spring, right? But I think it's also clear with the King that you need to take some kind of control, or perhaps affirming that you took some kind of control. This King here also could be you taking control. But because it was in your cards of problems and things complicating things, I tend to think this is a person that kind of messed things up for you. This King of Spades. Let me pick it up here. Okay. Let's do one more card for Cancer before we wrap it up. You got the Seven of Hearts. So you had the Seven of Clubs earlier, which was a complete disappointment, right? And losing faith. This is sweet. Yeah. Yep. This is breaking through. This is experience. This is perfection. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting anything else with this, but wow. Cancer, I think that's what your advice is here, is to get back to this state of perfection. You need to take the control with the king. Sorry, I kind of got quiet on you there for a second. I was just like, yeah, there's something definitely coming through about that. And it's going to complete the cycle for you. If it hasn't completed already, like I said, this maybe something hasn't happened yet. It's going to complete it in a good way. Financially, you're going to regain some ground if you lost any. And I think you have to cut your losses. Yeah, I'm not getting anything else that I need to go in right here. This is a general reading, so take it how it fits. I hope that helped. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up right there on the bottom. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for joining me. I'll see you again soon.